everyone, good morning. We're on page 145. If you're not on page 145 for your homework, make sure that you hit pause and then everyone get there. Right now, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about solving each of the following systems by the method of elimination. In each case, you'll likely want to alter both equations by multiplication. So we take a look at this for elimination. The equal signs are aligned. The y's are aligned. The x's are aligned. And everything on the right-hand side, which is usually a whole number, is aligned also. So like, okay, I can do this by elimination, which means I'm going to either add or subtract, try to get rid of the middle terms. So the first thing that I notice is that the terms aren't the same. So I'm going to multiply them. Now watch this. This is a 3. That 3 right there, I'm going to bring out front. I put it there. You got it? Here's a 2. I know it says -2. I'm just looking at the number, the absolute value of the number. That's a 2. I'm going to put that right here. That 2 goes there. Now I multiply. Distribute. 2 times 2x is 4x. 2 times 3y is 6y. 2 times equals 16 is equal 32. Same thing in the second equation. Take the 3. 3 times 5 is 15x. The 3 times the -2 is -6y. I know I'm not saying my variable. And the 3 times the equals 21 is equals 63. I want you to notice that we have the same quantity of y's, 6y and 6y, but the signs are alternating. The signs are alternating. So I add (4x plus 15x is 19x). Positive 6y add -6y is nothing. 32 add 63 is 95. Then we divide both sides by 19, and x equals 5. Don't forget to find out what y is. Pick either one of these equations. Let's take the top one. 2 times 5. Why did I do that? Everywhere there's an x, I put a 5. Everywhere there's an x, I put a 5. Plus 3y, I don't know what y is, so I can't substitute it, equals 16. 10 plus 3y equals 16. I'm subtracting 10 from both sides. And you get 3y equals 6. Divide both sides by 3, Mr. Bryce. Y is 2. Now you're saying, I want to check. Take the other equation. I'm going to take this second equation here. 5x minus 2y equals 21. Substitute in 5 for x, so it's 5 times 5 minus 2 for y, so it's 2 times 2 equals 21. Is 25 minus 4 21? Yes, 21 equals 21. It checks. Any questions? You have a great substitute teacher. We're now going to look at the other one. I'm going to go a little bit faster here. I take the 8, bring it down here, the 12, bring it up there. Let's do what I said. Distribute 72x plus 96y equals 60. Distribute the 8, 32x plus 96y equals 80. Think, think, think. Catch up in the writing. Now what you're thinking about is the fact that the signs are the same. The signs are the same. So we subtract. $40x equals negative 20. 96 minus 96 is nothing. Divide by 40. Divide both sides by 40. X equals negative 1/2, negative 0.5. Take an equation. I'm going to take the first one. 6, instead of writing x, we write a half, plus 8y equals 5. Got me? I took this equation, brought down the 6, x is a half, 8y equals 5. Half of 6 is 3, plus 8y equals 5. I'm now subtracting 3 from both sides. 8y equals 2. Really? Silly, Mr. Bryce. It's just going to be plus 3. Plus 3, plus 3, because that's negative 1/2, negative 1/2. Set negative. I didn't put my negative sign in, so I just changed that to plus 3. So positive 8y equals 8. Divide both sides by 8. Y is 1. Now that checks. Let's turn the page. Which of the following represents the intersection of the lines whose equations are given below? Wonder what that means. Well, it simply means we have two equations right here. And we solve them to see which one of these points is the correct answer. I first noticed that y's are aligned, x's are aligned, equal signs are aligned. The alignment of the whole numbers are fine. So we could subtract the 2 and eliminate the y's. I'm going to go with the same method time and time again. How do I get the x's to be the same quantity? All I have to do is multiply this one by 2. I could multiply that one by 1. Some of you are multiplying it by negative 1, but I just multiply by the number, not by the value. Okay, so we have y plus 2x equals 14, because I didn't do anything to it. Multiply this one by 2, so I have 2y minus 2x equals 10. If you notice, I have alternating signs, so I add. 3y equals 24. Y is 8. This is the only correct answer possible. Let's just make sure, taking this equation, if y is 8, 8 minus what number is 5? 8 minus what number is 5? 3. It checks. Okay, that's the end of the homework. Now let's take a look at the next question. You'll notice that I crossed some things out. Okay, use the method of elimination. I don't like that vocabulary. I just like the vocabulary. Find the equation of the line in y equals mx plus b form that passes through each set of points. Set up a system like we did in exercise 3 and 4 from the previous lesson, and solve the system for m, for the y-intercept, and for b. Okay, kind of confusing, but keep our goal in mind. Our goal is to get an equation of the line in standard form, in slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. We're given 2 points. This is another question. In fact, thinking about it, I'm going to do this one. This one's more difficult. I'll let you do the easier one. So we have 2 points. And when we have to do y equals slope, remember, and you're writing this down, m is the slope, and the slope is delta y over delta x. Rise over run. So I'm given a point. I'm going to write them above each other, one below the other, and subtract. Yes, I always subtract. So I took this point, I wrote it here. Negative 2 is the x value. This is the y value. Negative 2 minus 6 is negative 8. 5 minus negative 7 is positive 12. Now remember, m is the slope, change in y over change in x. How far did my y change? My y went from 5 all the way down to negative 7, so that's a change of 12 units. So delta y is 12. Delta x, negative 2 to 6, change of negative 8 units. You can simplify that if you want, but why? Leave it right like that. Now, we have the slope. We have to find the intercept, which is b. Remember, y equals mx plus b. This is the m. There's my smiley face. There's the m. So the y is going to be either negative 7 or 5. Let's take 5. The m, even though it's over negative 8, I'm going to bring the negative sign to the top. What's the x? Negative 2. And we don't know the b. That's the whole point of this exercise. So 5 equals negative 2 times 12 is 24 over 8 plus b. 5 is 3 plus b. I got that, just by doing 24 divided by 8. Subtract 3 from both sides. 2 is b. Now I have my equation. Remember, when we type it into our calculator, it's y equals something x. Negative 12 over 8x plus a number, plus 2. That's the equation of that one. Now what I'm going to ask the substitute teacher to do is hit pause, and you, as a class, with your partners, make sure there's lots of talking going on. I want lots of talking. Talk to each other, back and forth, trying to figure this out. Do A. Okay, so I'm partway through answering this. I found the slope by subtracting the points. Y over x, 8 over 2, which is 4. Subtracted the points. Y over x, which is 8 over 2, which equals 4. Wrote down y equals mx plus b because that's the form of the line that they want. I took 10 for y. You could have taken 18 if you wanted to. It's fine. 4 times 3. Where did the 4 come from? The 4 is the slope. 3 is the x value. You have to use the same point. If we use 10 there, we have to use 3 plus b. Now, all I do is multiply. So 12 plus what number equals 10? Subtract 12 from both sides. Negative 2 equals b. Now write down your answer. Just like you're typing in your calculator, y equals 4x plus negative 2. And if you wanted to write down y equals 4x minus 2, then that's fine. Okay. What I want you to do now is read number 6 to yourself twice. Once you're done reading 6 to yourself twice, read it once to your partner, and then listen to your partner as they're reading it to you. If that's not done, make sure you hit pause. Now that that's done, I'm going to read it to you. Lily and Rosie are sisters. The sum of their ages is 19. I stop. Sum of their ages, the sum, the addition of their ages, L plus R, equals 19. The positive difference of their ages is 9. Well, if you read it several times, you know that Lily is the older. So if I give you two numbers, listen closely, I'm giving you two numbers, 5 and 18. If you subtract those numbers and we want a positive answer, are you going to do 5 minus 18? No, you're going to do 18 minus 5 to get the positive answer, the older one minus the younger one. So it's L minus R equals 9, the difference of their ages. Go ahead, finish the question, find their ages. Do it on your own, and then check with your partner next to you. There should be talking as you're going on to make sure that you understand how to solve this question correctly with your partner. Okay. What I would like you to do now, if you're done talking about this question, let's go ahead and do number 7. Turn the page. Do number 1. If you're not done with 7 and 1 by the end of the class period, that is your homework. The second class period, second half, the second 40 minutes, period 2, you're going to be working on algebra versus the cockroach. I'll show you a quick video in a few minutes about algebra versus the cockroach.